Attention! This is an important test message of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. The purpose of this message is to ensure that the system is functioning properly. The tone of voice is serious and urgent, as if the information is critical and requires immediate attention. This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a
One app, one platform for you to do all your messaging, all your communication with your team.
Connect Team made our forms and checklists so much easier. It just really helps to keep my team members in compliance with HIPAA laws.
24/7, 365. We all know what's going on
so
at
much
any given
easier.
time.
It just I'm able to delegate tasks to my weekend employees or even my overnight employees without me actually being on the clock.
I love the chat feature because it's instantly.
I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work. I created separate groups for each of my departments to streamline communication and not harass other employees about things that don't work.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards and earn points for your everyday digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards and earn points for
Damage to roofs, windows, vehicles, and trees is likely. Please take cover now. Approximately 17,210 people and 7,301 homes are impacted by this warning. Approximately 17,210 roofs and 7,301 homes are impacted by this warning. Checking in on Alexandria, where heavy moisture on the lens is catching the local lights, creating some intense glare. You can just make out the water tower through the distortion. While the pavement is reflective from recent rain, conditions have calmed down locally as the main squall line pushes further east. While the pavement is reflective from recent rain, conditions have calmed down locally as the main squall line pushes further east. While the pavement is reflective from recent rain, folks, we are tracking a dangerous severe thunderstorm warning affecting parts of Iberia, Lafayette, and St. Martin parishes until 11:45 p.m. This line of storms is moving east at 45 miles per hour, carrying the threat of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and a possible tornado spin-up. You need to be alert and ready to act as this system pushes through south-central Louisiana over the next 35 minutes. You need to be alert and ready to act as this system pushes through south-central Louisiana critical areas the next 35 minutes, specifically around Abbeville General Hospital and Vermilion Parish, where damaging winds could threaten the facility and anyone nearby. The storm is also tracking directly towards schools like St. Martinville Senior High and Delcamber High School. So if you are near those campuses, get inside a sturdy building immediately. We are also keeping a close eye on New Iberia near the Iberia Medical Center, where roofs and siding could take a serious hit from these high winds. This one hits close to home. We have two of our viewers inside this warning right now, and I am genuinely concerned for your safety. Please move to an interior. Two of our viewers inside this warning right now, and I am genuinely concerned for your safety. Please move to an interior. Two of our viewers inside this warning right now, and I am genuinely concerned for your safety. Please move to an interior. I'm looking at 35 live signals, mostly clustered in the danger zones of Louisiana, Mississippi, and North Carolina. 16 of y'all are reporting from inside active warning polygons, so please prioritize your safety and get to shelter now. 16 of y'all are reporting from inside active warning polygons. Zoom straight into Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, and get to shelter where a viewer is locking it down with the perfect attitude. You're right to be prepared, because that nasty squall line is knocking on the door of the New Orleans Metro right now. We're talking 60 to 70 mile per hour gusts and a legitimate risk for embedded tornadoes. So don't let your guard down until that line clears. 70 mile per hour gusts and a legitimate risk for embedded tornadoes. We're jumping back behind that chaotic line to check Tyler, Texas, where it is a whole different world right now. You nailed it on that rain total with over an inch in the bucket. But the good news is that the squall line has officially cleared you to go hammer the Mississippi River instead. Enjoy the calm night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch and roast you with near 80-degree temps by Wednesday. Enjoy the calm night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch. Finally, let's slide over to northern Alabama, where the vibes are good at night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch. Finally, let's slide over to northern Alabama, where the vibes are good at night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch. Finally, let's slide over to northern Alabama, where the vibes are good at night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch. Finally, let's slide over to northern Alabama, where the vibes are good at night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch. Finally, let's slide over to northern Alabama, where the vibes are good at night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch. Finally, let's slide over to northern Alabama, where the vibes are good at night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch. Finally, let's slide over to northern Alabama, where the vibes are good at night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch. Finally, let's slide over to northern Alabama, where the vibes are good at night, because that Texas weather is about to flip a switch. Finally, let's slide over to northern Alabama, where the vibes are good at night.
to get this fired up again. And there's a live look at radar. So still, and yeah, we're just diving through radar here. So just give me 1 second to get this fired up again. And there's a live look at radar. So still just dealing with severe thunderstorm warnings, no tornado warnings at this point. But I tell you, this line has really shown some impressive, some really remarkable strength in the last 30 minutes to an hour. In fact, I'm looking at this storm down here just outside of this warning box, and this has started to show a big uptick in lightning strikes here in just the last few minutes. Okay, first we'll start up north. We'll work our way south. So just to the north of the city here along the Grand Parkway, this thunderstorm moving to the east at about 60 miles per hour. It also has winds potentially up to 60 miles per hour. So that could take down tree limbs, that could take down power lines, that could do damage to your home. And there is a tornado possible, and you're going to see that tagline with every single one of the warnings pretty much that will come out this evening. And that's just because with these really intense squall lines like we've got here, on the leading edge, you tend to get these brief little spin-ups, and so there is the possibility that a tornado may very briefly form along this line. Getting in for a closer look, nothing really stands out to me here in terms of velocity, which is what we use to kind of diagnose whether or not there's rotation. This would be the one spot that I look for, that I'll keep an eye on, but I don't see any strong signs or signals of there being any rotation there. There's the brand new scan just coming in. So let's work our way a little farther to the south now. This line is pretty much on our doorstep here in the city of Houston. Let me stop this for a second just to get a better look at what's going on. Pretty much cutting right through the city from northeast to southwest. The worst of it right now just outside of the loop on the west side of the city. A lot of lightning with this as well. As we go over to velocity, just to get an idea of what this looks like in terms of any potential tornado threat, I'm not seeing that so far, and that's the good thing. But again, that tornado possible tag is put on that. And there's a brand new severe thunderstorm warning on the storm that I was just talking about now. That's on the south side, headed towards the Angleton area. And we could try to get the, let me get the information on this warning just so you know what's going on. There we go. So again, 60-mile-per-hour winds, hail not a huge issue, and yes, again, that tornado possible tag. So anytime we get a new warning tonight, that's pretty much what you're going to be seeing here across the area. On the wider spot, you can see we'll pretty much be dealing with this at the coast by the top of the hour. So by about 7 p.m. is when I expect some of the worst of this weather to arrive in the city of Galveston. Hopefully the parade starts to wrap up by then, but the worst of this will be in the city of Houston within the next 10 to 20 minutes. There's a live look from our World Houston Place at Intercontinental camera. That's the runway. This is, it looks like it's midnight up there right now. Then we go south down towards Galveston where the parade is underway, and you can see weather is still fine, but again, these storms are on the way. 66 degrees right now on the island, humidity is high, and it's a gusty wind out of the south helping to feed these storms. Widespread 60s and 70s from the city to the coast, and then 50s behind that line of weather. So the Future Track's doing a great job with this so far, so take this exactly with what you're seeing. I would say by 7 to 8 p.m., this line starts to close in on Galveston. Hopefully everyone's off the streets by then. That line blows offshore, and then we all start to clear things out by 9, 10 o'clock. We are dry, and we are looking at clear conditions across the area. There's no weather impact alert in effect for tomorrow, so my mistake, I just did not have a chance to shuffle these things around on the 7-day. Tomorrow's going to be a gorgeous day, a lot of sunshine on the way. Same deal for Monday, tons of sunshine, comfortable temperatures in the 70s. We start warming things up by Tuesday, and we are back into the 80s again by Wednesday through the end of the week. Tracy?
Why the most successful people look so relaxed during reporting.
By Wednesday through the end.
They use Otter AI, the #1 AI note taker that captures every word automatically. Otter accurately summarizes meetings, generates detailed bullet point notes, every word automatically. Otter accurately summarizes meetings, generates detailed bullet point notes, every word automatically. Otter accurately summarizes meetings, generates detailed bullet point notes, every word automatically. Otter accurately summarizes meetings, generates detailed bullet point notes, every word automatically. Otter accurately summarizes meetings, generates detailed bullet point notes, every word automatically. Otter accurately summarizes meetings, generates detailed bullet point notes, every word automatically. Otter accurately summarizes meetings, generates detailed
There's the
bullet
brand
point
new
notes, captures every word automatically. Otter accurately summarizes meetings, generates detailed
There's the
bullet
brand
point
new
notes, captures every word automatically. Otter accurately summarizes meetings, generates detailed
There's the
bullet
brand
point
new
notes,